back to my channel. My name is Whisper, and today I'm going to be reacting to 10 conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. If you guys want to watch the full-length video, links will be in the description like always. Let's jump right into it. I'll deal with her later.
Well, if you weren't paranoid before this video, sorry in advance. So personally, I've always been a big fan of conspiracy theories, mainly because I feel like they get people to think critically and also challenge the things that we're told that we're supposed to believe. When you think of conspiracy theorists, you probably think of those crazy guys with the tin hats, but surprisingly, there are a lot of conspiracy theories out there that sounded crazy at the time, but were eventually proven to be true. So I gathered the most famous ones to share with you guys. So here they are, 10 conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. Number 1 is the fascist conspiracy. In 1933, a group of wealthy businessmen tried to install a fascist dictatorship in the United States. What's most disturbing is that the men involved were heads of organizations and families that still exist today, including Chase Bank, GM, Goodyear, Standard Oil, the DuPont family, and even Senator Prescott Bush. Yeah, Prescott Bush, father of George H. Bush and grandfather of George W. Bush. Well, it's a good thing that they didn't succeed and that the corruption of oil companies, banks, and the Bush family ended there. Yeah, that's sarcasm. Number 2 is the Guy Fawkes conspiracy. You've probably seen the Guy Fawkes mask from V for Vendetta.
What the frick? I'm so confused.
Same guy. In 1604, a group of Britons, including Guy Fawkes, were tired of King James' rule and conspired to blow up Parliament. They filled a room below Parliament with explosives, and they probably would have gotten away with it had one member of the conspiracy group not sent a letter to a politician talking about hypothetically blowing up Parliament. That conspirator wasn't seriously dumb enough to think that nothing would happen over sending a letter like that, was he? That's like me saying, hypothetically, I just pissed in your Cheerios. You gonna have a big old bite? Exactly. Number 3 is the MK Ultra conspiracy. In the 1950s and 70s, the CIA attempted a series of experiments involving mind control called Project MK Ultra. In an attempt to try to figure out how to control the minds of communist spies, they began probing and injecting psychedelic drugs into unwitting citizens of the United States. This resulted in people becoming sick, slipping into permanent comas, and even deaths. Luckily, as far as anybody knows, they did not succeed. Or at least that's what I'm supposed to say. Number 4 is the Tuskegee syphilis conspiracy. Between 1932 and 1972, the United States government conducted an experiment called the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. They experimented using spinal taps exclusively on very poor and mostly illiterate African American males without their consent. This went on for 40 years before somebody finally blew the whistle on it, which resulted in the National Research Act, which prevents barbaric experiments like this from being performed. Of course, instead of getting rid of these mad scientists, they kept them around and put them to work as health advisors to the president. Shout out to Obamacare. Number 5 is the 1919 World Series conspiracy. In 1919, 8 players from the Chicago White Sox threw a World Series game against the Cincinnati Reds in the most famous scandal in baseball history. Interestingly,
Why does this exist? Also, facepalm times infinity and beyond. Let's continue.
they were never charged with anything since throwing a game is technically not a crime, but they were banned from the league a year later when it was discovered. This is only the most famous example, though. There have been literally thousands of cases of players that have conspired.
What's up, guys?
To throw games. This is the
Alright, guys, I'm back.
type of thing that you better make sure you're getting paid really well for, or at least enough to cover your medical bills when the bookies come looking for you to cover the bets they had to pay out. Number 6 is the Snow White conspiracy. In the 1970s, the Church of Scientology perpetrated the largest infiltration of the US government in history called Operation Snow White. Their goal was to destroy every document that made them look bad, and ultimately over 5,000 Scientologists were successful in wiretapping and burglarizing 136 organizations, agencies, and foreign embassies. Damn, Scientology, you scary. First you infiltrate government, then Hollywood? What's next? Fast food joints? Don't you be putting no placentas in my chicken nuggets, man. Damn. Number 7 is the Illuminati conspiracy. One of the most famous conspiracies talked about today in popular culture are the Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed.
Although thought to be a myth by some, the Order of the Illuminati were a very powerful organization that did in fact once exist. Founded in 1776, the official story is that they've either been disbanded or destroyed, but some people believe they still exist today. And not only that, but some people believe that they control half of the world's wealth through the Rothschild dynasty, and that they are the ones behind many major world events. But I really doubt this. I mean, if they really were everywhere, I think we would notice. Crap. Number 8 is the CIA drug running conspiracy. In the 1980s, the CIA directly aided Nicaraguan drug traffickers who were selling cocaine in Los Angeles and used the money to fund Nicaraguan Contras. Known as the Dark Alliance, this wasn't discovered until about a decade later in 1996. Damn, a whole decade? The CIA must be pretty good at keeping people quiet. Speaking of the CIA, I just got some inside information about how they are doing things that nobody knows. And that is happening right now. Spread the word. Number 9 is the Operation Valkyrie conspiracy. Near the end of World War II, when it became clear that Nazi Germany was in a losing fight, a group of Nazi traitors conspired to assassinate Hitler. Unfortunately, one conspirator decided that he would do it himself and exploded a bomb in Hitler's conference room, except surprisingly, Hitler survived with only minor injuries. Because of this, Operation Valkyrie never went into effect and all the conspirators were killed. I mean, luckily Nazi Germany still lost the war, but damn people, if you have a plan that's that big, make sure you work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. And finally, number 10, the Bohemian Grove conspiracy. For years, conspiracy theorists have said that the world's richest and most powerful men have met once a year in the woods to worship a giant owl. And as it turns out, it's true. Located in California, there's an exclusive men's-only club called the Bohemian Club, which hosts a yearly gathering of the most powerful men in the world. It's incredibly secretive, and nobody really knows what goes on during the 2 to 3 week gathering. Did I mention that they have rituals that take place in front of a shrine of a giant owl? Like, I get that the owl represents wisdom and knowledge, but couldn't they have chosen a more manly mascot for an all-men's club, like, I don't know, an old-time boxer or Chuck Norris or a giant mustache? Just saying. And that's it for this time, guys. If you enjoyed this video,
If you guys like the video, punch like button in the face like a boss, and comment down below something random. I don't care. Literally could be hate comments. At this point, I don't care. And the reason why I haven't been posting so much is because losing your best friend is hard. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, if you did, punch like button in the face like a boss. And comment down below, hate comments or anything really you want. I don't care. And subscribe and do that excited with me. And hit the bell notification button to become part of the notification squad. So guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.